Welcome back to Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. Saturday night marked the season opener for Gresham Motorsports Park in Jefferson, Georgia, as pro late model drivers and teams from around the country traveled to the North Georgia Speed Plant for the Larry Fleeman Memorial 198. Hunter Robbins would lead the field to green with Anderson Bowen in second and Bubba Pollard in third. Meanwhile, Chase Elliott is making his way to the front, and on lap 81 he would put the Aaron's Dream Machine into the lead. It's a spot he would hold through the halfway break at lap 100. Elliott would continue to lead through the opening laps of the second segment, pulling out a healthy distance ahead of the field, but that went away on lap 135 when Russell Fleeman, looking to win the race named in honor of his late father, caught the Dawsonville, Georgia youngster. Fleeman tries again and again over the next 20 laps to pass Elliott, but can't make it stick as Elliott works the high side. Then it's Alex Gannett who moves to second. He goes to work on Elliott. Just like Fleeman before him, Gannett works again and again on the inside trying to pass Elliott, but he just can't make it happen as Elliott proves to be too strong for them. It all comes to a halt on lap 174 when Kyle Plott tangles with Gannett, sending Gannett around off turn 4. That brings out the caution. Elliott, Pollard, and Augie Grill head for the pits for fresh tires, giving the lead to Fleeman with 27 laps to go. On the restart, Elliott and Grill are on the charge. Lap 178, Grill moves to the inside of Fleeman and takes the lead with Elliott in hot pursuit. Lap 181, Elliott moves around Grill and back into the lead, and he never looks back as he goes on to win the Larry Fleeman Memorial 198. Grill comes home second with Pollard third, Robbins in fourth, and Fleeman in fifth. Let's hear from the top three. Man, you had some of the best driving we've seen out here in a long time. That thing was flat out, sideways every lap. Tell me about winning this race, man.
Yeah, it was pretty eventful there, especially when we were out on those old tires and those guys were coming. I knew they were coming. I thought I had a % of a chance maybe if I could hold them off on the top, and we were fortunate enough to be able to do that. And but like I was saying in my interview, man, just kind of hats off to Russell and those guys for racing me clean. They could have very easily run in there and wrecked us or moved me up the racetrack at the very least. So, you know, it's fun racing with guys like that. And obviously, I feel like that was a great show for the fans running side by side like that. So that's what it's all about. You're going to be able to do it without them.
How much fun is it to get to race like that?
It's a blast, man. I mean, to run side by side with guys for, I don't know how long, 20 laps probably, it was a blast. And you know, that's what it's all about, and that's what we're here to do.
Did any of that dirt track action the last couple of weeks help you as that thing was stepping out all four?
Yeah, I don't see where it hurt. We were definitely a little free off at times, but that's just kind of the nature of this place. I think to be good, you got to be a little free, especially in the daytime. So, but I don't know, man. It was a lot of fun. Like I was saying, man, just Ricky and everybody did such a good job on our cars, and I feel like we have a lot of improving to go, and I think we can do a lot better, especially a lot of these bigger races like this one and the Snowball Derby and things of that nature. So we need to step up program a little bit and get ready for these bigger races later on.
You like having this kind of momentum going to Martinsville?
Yeah, I was just thinking, man, I was hoping it was going to be a little hotter, to be a little tune-up for next week, but you know, that's okay. It was definitely good. A longer race like this is always good, never hurts. Running short races will kind of get used to that, get you in trouble later on. So I like running these longer races.
Augie, looked like you might have had it there at the end, but you just couldn't hold off that 9 car. Tell me about your race.
Yeah, I had a pretty good car. Just wasn't quite good enough to beat Chase. He had us pretty much the whole race. Just our only chance was to not get tires at the break and him get tires, and he wound up not getting them neither. So that kind of killed us. But we had a chance there. At least got the lead a couple laps and made it interesting. But long story short, he just had us beat tonight.
Bubba, you kept working all day, kept working on the car. You finally come home in third. Tell me about your race, man.
No, really, we had a good race car. It was the best race car I had here. We just can't find no motors that'll run. So, you know, I don't know what the deal is. It's 2 weeks in a row we have motor problems. So, car was great. Couldn't ask for a better race car. Just don't have the motor.
In mini stock action, Spanky Hicks moved out to the early lead with Anthony Burgess and Eric Calvert giving chase. Lap 4, Trace Embry takes a hard ride into the outside wall, ending his night. He's okay. Meanwhile, under caution, the number 21 of Zach Minnelli catches fire. He gets out in turn 2, and fire crews are on the scene as the red flag comes out. Everybody's okay. Back under green, Scotty Beck and Calvert are racing for position when they make contact, sending Calvert around. Bill George in the number 6 spins to avoid Calvert. Back under green, Hicks and Burgess go at it for the lead. When the two make contact in the first turn, Burgess goes around but is able to continue. Hicks goes on to score the victory in to open the season. Scotty Beck finishes in second. Burgess recovers for third. Dion Ciccarelli in fourth. Aaron Calvert finishes in fifth. In the combined Sportsman and Renegades feature, Jeff Chadwick got out front early and stayed there as he outdistanced Jackie Daniel for the Sportsman win, while Brian Beckner topped Rob Hubbard for the Renegade victory. In the truck feature, Matt Vassar moved out front off the start and drove away to score his first Gresham Motorsports Park victory. Emily Riley, Ronnie Wehunt, Jamie Weimer, and Matt Wortman rounded out the top 5. In the Outlaw Late Model feature, Russell Fleeman, pulling double duty on the night after racing in the Pro Late Model feature, jumped out front early. Lap 5, Hoyt Stevens spins on the backstretch out of third place, bringing out the yellow. Lap 19, Ton Vandeford slows with a problem, bringing out the caution. That's when the rains came. And with the race just past halfway, it's official. Russell Fleeman scores the win. Jason Bates finishes in second, with Brian Hardman third, David Murphy in fourth, and Russell Shore in fifth. Let's hear from the winners. Best way to open up the seasons with a win. Tell me about it.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I won the Easter race 2 years ago. And this car, we redone it. Last year I drove a different car. I'm so proud to win the first race of the season. I enjoy it so much.
Tell me about that run-in down in turn 1. What happened down there, partner?
The run-in here or the one me and Avery had right here on the wall?
You and Avery?
I don't really know exactly what happened. We were so close and I was so close to the wall. I don't know if he moved up, I moved down, or if the force from the wall pushed me down. I don't really know exactly what. All I know is we got together. I hate it for Avery. I really do. But at least he got to come back out. I'm glad he didn't get the wall.
Great way to start out the season with a win. Tell me about it.
Well, yeah, we did a lot of front-end geometry over the winter. Seems that helped the car a little bit. You know, I know there's not many of us, out there tonight. I hate that. I wish we could get a better car count, but you know, if somebody's got to run second, you got to outrun at least one. And Jackie Daniels is really tough to outrun. So, you know, I didn't have a good easy ride, but you know, I had to really work for it.
Did he worry you any back there?
No, I didn't ever get worried. I did see him close in on me a few times, but I think his strong suit is entering the corner, and our strong suit is exiting off the corner. So, you know, I've just always tried to work with my cars to from the center out, getting good forward bite off the corner to, you know, to win races.
Partner, you come out without even a hair out of place. Tell me about your win.
It's actually a really good feeling to finally make it to winner's circle here at Gresham. It's been a couple of years since I've even tasted victory lane. Been a couple of years out of the car. Economics, you know, they're tough these days, but me and Dad, we've been working really hard at getting the old blue and yellow deuce off of this thing, and we brought it back with a black 29, show a little something different. The car was really good tonight. It's really good.
Take a look over here, Dave, at the name on. Tell me about this. The mayor?
Actually, yeah, that's a pretty good question right there. I've been playing APA Pool League for 3 years, and it seems like everybody in there knows my name, and I know their name, so they dubbed me the mayor. So it's pretty funny. It's a cool nickname, so I'm really happy, man. I can't be excited. I don't have any major sponsors to lay out there for you, but you know, we're hoping to get some. I need some safety equipment. We need a little more power under the hood, and need a fresh set of tires too. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a good season.
Well, first I get all these guys right here. You don't need to be talking to me. Talk to them. Demir, all his hard work. You know, if it wasn't for him and, you know, my brother and everybody else, team effort, we wouldn't be here. If it wasn't for my dad, everybody across the board, our sponsors, our repair shop, your personal mechanic. You know, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. I just get the lucky guy that gets to hit the pedals and turn the wheel. So, but you know, we struggled last night. Broke a cap on a U-joint on a brand new drive shaft and broke the transmission. So we spent all morning replacing both trucks, transmissions, the whole drive line in there. So I'm just happy to be where we're at right now.
Well, I tell you, we struggled with this car when we unloaded the other day. We had a tire change rule in effect, and the car didn't work quite as good as it did last time. And these guys have stood behind me, man. They've come, and I've complained and complained. They've worked hard day in, day out, and they've made some adjustments to this car right here, and it's getting better. We need to do a little bit more work, but you know, I got to thank Gresham Motorsports Park, all the racers, the people that support me, the fans, and everybody that contributes to this thing. I want to thank everybody.
How important is it to win this race tonight?
Well, I tell you, any race that you can win is very important. You know, I miss my dad every single day, but I can win this race, and you know, we'll thank him for it, because if it wasn't for him, you know, I wouldn't be able to do some of the stuff I got. I'm still trying with the pro. You know, we got some more adjustments we need to make there. We'll adjust on it and come back and see what we can do with it.
Time for us to take another break. When we come back, we'll talk with Chase Elliott about scoring his first dirt crate late model victory. You're watching Raceweek Illustrated Garage Talk. We'll be right back.